All right, real quick, guys, I wanted to clear something up. In the first part of this episode, I said that there's no such thing as an assault rifle. That is not true. There is such thing as an assault rifle. What I meant to say, and I'm sorry I got all caught up in the excitement of doing the episode and drinking and BSing with Lamont off camera. What I meant to say, and let me clarify it, was that some politicians were saying that AR stood for assault rifle, and that is false. It does not. It stands for the Armalite rifle, which we did state in the first episode. Now, the term that we need to get out of our vernacular that these politicians are throwing around to try and cause panic and fear amongst the populace is the term assault weapon. That is the term that does not exist. They keep trying to bring up assault weapons bans, this, that, and the next. That is the term I meant to say, not assault rifle. So my apologies. Again, I was caught up in the excitement and I wanted to clear that up with you before we get into this next part of this episode. And so with no further ado, I bring you part 2.
And so we're back. And like, as you just stated, we left off with talking about mental health. And I really, really think that that is one of the biggest issues that we have when it comes to gun control is we need to find a way to target the mental health issues.
And I mean, just the number you said, 63%. 63% of gun-related deaths is due to suicide, which obviously is a mental health issue. Now, think about that huge ass number and then factor in the suicides that happen without using a gun via drugs or just drownings or hangings. So yes, mental health is a big issue, Last school year, man, my daughter had a friend of hers who killed himself. 8th grade, dude, hung himself. So this shit is serious, and we have to figure out how to combat that, and just me being a parent, I feel like some of that is not babying our children because the moment something doesn't go their way, they don't know how to handle that, or somebody's doing something that they don't like. They don't know how to handle. And don't get me wrong, I don't condone bullying. That's a no-no. And I get it. I know why. But at the end of the day, you can contest to this. I can contest to this. And I'm sure anyone in our age bracket and older can contest to this. That shit was a way of life, but it also made you stronger too.
It builds character.
Yes. Because, it's only like one or two things are going to happen when someone's bullying you. Either you're going to fold or you're going to let them know, hey, I'm not the one to be bullied, but
you're either going to be a bitch or you're going to be a motherfucker.
Yeah, straight up. And I feel like
raised to be a motherfucker.
Stop fucking mothers, man. Quit it. Gabby, get this motherfucker, man.
Get this motherfucker out the goddamn.
No, but on a serious note, man, it's crazy because I see a lot of that shit. And a lot of people sugarcoat shit. And I don't know. They make a lot of excuses for a lot of things. No one takes accountability. No one looks at solutions. No, like with the school shootings, no one's trying to figure out how to make our schools safer. Like how many of us have heard a politician speak about using some of our taxpayer money to make our schools safer? I haven't heard that from none of them.
One solution that came out a few years back, which I thought would be fantastic, was let some fucking retired vets
who is looking for work. They're young, man. They're yearning for work.
Not only are they looking for work, but they pray.
They're
Somebody
yearning.
would try to prey on the weak like that. because that's what they were fucking paid for.
They're paid to protect
They were
the
trained.
nation.
They were trained to do
Listen,
that.
they're
kind of
paid
shit.
to protect the nation. And who is the nation or the future of the nation? The
Our youth.
children.
Our youth.
Why not?
They would. I've met some vets that would have loved to have been hired on to do that. Just do security for school.
You know, and I didn't, you know, I apologize. I didn't do enough research for this topic, but I wonder here in Vegas, how many CCSD officers do we have? I'm sure they're short staffed for the
Well,
amount,
like every law
for the-
enforcement across
right.
the U.S. is short staffed.
for the amount of schools we have, you know, but yet we send how much money to Ukraine and them. Like, no, we need more officers and we need more teachers. And like, come on, our infrastructure needs help.
So when it comes to that, across the U.S., it is a growing trend where agencies can't hire. Why? Because the media has done a phenomenal fucking job
Yeah.
on shitting on the badge. Any law enforcement, listen, people, cops, law enforcement across the fucking US, we all get that same thin blue line as like our sign, right?
Right,
It's the thin blue
Yeah.
line flag.
Yeah.
What people fail to realize is that thin blue line is not for us. That's for you.
Right.
That's for the civilians.
Yeah.
That thin blue line is representing us standing in the way of good civilized people and evil doing.
Exactly. Because you guys are the first responders. You guys come in to take the bullet, to die, or should I say to dive in front of the bullet,
Right.
to be more specific, you know, and people shit on cops. And I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat it and say, oh, I don't understand why. I get it. There's a lot of cops out there that are just fucked up. They abuse the badge. They stereotype. They do a lot of wrong shit.
Right.
But that's within any spectrum, any field. But that doesn't make all of them bad.
We all get paid.
But regardless of that, and regardless of your experience and regardless of where you live, when shit go down, who the fuck you calling? You ain't calling the Ghostbusters. You calling 911. You calling the cops to come.
Yep.
So just, you know, but I also think that the police department can do a better job of being more active in communities to where the neighborhood can kind of know some of the officers to build that rapport, to feel more comfortable and have that, you know, like, oh, I know Officer Jefferson or, you know, our deputy. Because now I see that a lot of departments don't want that. They don't want that camaraderie between the community and an officer because they want to keep it fresh. And I get it too, because those are the ones who kind of went left.
No, I think you're wrong on that. I think every law enforcement agency wants to be a little more involved with the community. That's why we still do things like Shop with a Cop and things like that. I think the problem is, again, the staffing. We just don't have the bodies.
Yeah.
You want me to go out and be friendly with community and shoot some basketball like you see on some videos and shit, but like we got 20 calls holding that need to get fucking accounted for because, again, people call because they want cop interaction.
Yeah.
What's going to take precedence?
Yeah.
So
The cost. Yeah.
But again, that's beyond the point, though.
Right.
Sticking back to this gun debate issue, one more thing I wanted to point out as far as why I think the ATF should be dissolved is because of stupid shit like this. The stabilizing pistol brace. ATF, that's their newest target. They tried to fucking pass a rule because they can't make laws to make those illegal. Well,
By the way, like 3 of their recent attempts to ban something was just shot down by the
because they're fucking idiots.
all bullshit.
The
They're
ATF
violating Constitution.
The ATF not only tries to violate constitutional rights, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And that is why they just need to be dissolved. They don't need to be a fucking agency that us as taxpayers are wasting fucking money on anymore. Get rid of them fuckers. They don't do shit. They don't do shit but annoy the fuck out of us. They are a fucking gnat at a barbecue bugging the shit out of us. That is what the fuck the ATF is. What were you gonna say?
And I'm gonna Google something.
Let's hear it. And then this is something else that I wanted to ask you on this episode. I want to know what if you could come up with one solution to at least point us in the right direction as far as gun control, what's something you would want to try? Because I got a radical idea. You with me here?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, you all up in your phone, boy. You must have found what you was looking for.
No.
Yeah, damn.
I was looking up what is their
like their
budget.
creed.
I'm trying to figure out what's the ATF's annual budget. Like,
like how much we
how
spend
much
as
do we give
taxpayers on the
them
fucking
to
bullshit
do
ass
this
ATF?
ignorant shit that they do?
Yeah.
You know,
To sit there and suck dick. Fucking hate the ATF. They're just the most pointless. They're one of the most pointless branches of fucking
government.
agency, fucking federally funded bullshits that we have. Fuck them.
But I think
While you're looking that up, give me an idea here.
that everyone should just have guns, bro. That's what I just feel. I feel like everyone should have guns because I feel it would deter people from doing the things that they do. Because again, like I said earlier, they prey on the vulnerable. So if you eliminate vulnerability, it's gonna make it harder out there, you know?
All right, so here's where I find issue with that. And again, these are some of the points and this is good that we'll talk about it because these are some of the points that people keep having. Lil Timmy has cerebral palsy and he drives in a fucking wheelchair all day or something. He should have a gun?
That's an exception.
Okay. How about Bobby down the street who has Down syndrome and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing?
Clearly, no.
Did he have a gun?
No.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So you can't say that everybody should
So
have a gun.
I said it very simple form, but I mean like every able body,
Okay.
you know, everybody who can go and pass the little test that you passed to show that you can safely handle, you know how to safely use.
So should
firearm.
someone like Ted Bundy have a gun?
Why you putting me in that predicament?
Oh, but these,
asshole.
so these are some of the problems that they have because let's take Ted Bundy for example. Nobody knew he was a fucking serial killer. If as far as everybody's account of someone like
How
Ted
many people
Bundy
did he
right
kill?
away. Oh man,
A lot, right? Let's just say a lot.
Yeah.
So let's just go with a
he claimed
basic
more
number.
than what they found.
okay. So let's just say yes, Ted Bundy should have a gun, right? But also, all of his victims had guns.
That's I get it.
It levels the playing field now. He wouldn't have gotten as far as he got.
It could, and I see your point.
Someone would have got him. You know,
right.
I
You're
mean,
absolutely right. Somebody could have got him. But that kind of leans towards what I wanted.
what
do.
What do you want to do?
So my idea, and you guys let me know if you like this or not.
Yeah. Give us
Okay.
some of your ideas too in the
Yeah,
comments.
please,
You know,
please share because literally we need to stop involving politicians
No,
in
fuck
these
that.
kind of fucking conversations, and we need to have them ourselves.
And then we need to go
And
march
then
on
maybe-
Capitol Hill.
Yeah, and then maybe like I don't know, do another January 6th and actually really take over the bitch instead of whatever. I don't want to get into that either.
No.
Y'all know where I'm going with that. But my idea is let's get rid of CCW.
Okay.
Anyone who is allowed to legally own a firearm, be able to own it, and it be open carry.
So everyone has to open carry. Is what you're suggesting?
If they want to carry a gun, they got to carry a gun open carry.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you're a robber and you're going to go into a fucking convenience store and you see 7 of the patrons inside that store all strapped, you're going to think twice about robbing that motherfucker, aren't you?
Yeah. That leans towards what I've been saying, the vulnerability. That eliminates vulnerability.
If you want to go in and commit a school shooting and the first fucking teacher you run into is strapped also,
up.
you're gonna fucking think twice about that school shooting, aren't you?
Yeah.
So let's start getting away from these so-called safe spaces because they're
No.
unsafe. Let's stop creating laws that are limiting the law-abiding citizens more than they are the criminals. Since
Exactly.
we all know by now that criminals abide by no laws, which is why they're fucking criminals
Yeah.
by definition.
Like, for example, let's take a movie theater, right? A movie theater is considered a safe space, right? No firearms allowed in the movie theaters, which, by the way, it's not illegal to have your firearm in the movie theaters. That's just what the movie theater would prefer. So that little sticker on the door with the little circle and the line through it with
Any
the gun
business-
behind it.
Any business can do that.
But
That's
what is
their preference.
But what is that stopping?
Not a fucking thing.
Right? That's just like all these stores in California who don't allow stealing. But motherfuckers been going in there and taking the whole rack of Gucci.
Yeah.
That's not stopping nothing. Force has to be met with force. That's how you stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If someone's running up on you swinging, what are you going to do?
If you ball up,
You're going to swing back because force has to be met with force.
if you ball up, you're just gonna get swung on more. Start swinging back. That person might stop trying to swing on
Yes. So then you have all these folks out here who are anti-gun. And I get it. They don't like guns. I understand. That's your preference. But put that shit to the side. It's not about what you like and dislike. It's about what's best for you and your family. So that's what you have to put at the forefront of your mind. And if you're afraid of weapons or guns, there's a bunch of, especially here in Vegas, there's a bunch of people here who train. You can go out to the shooting complex or a number of other shooting ranges and practice and get familiarized. And I mean, you don't even have to be like a weapons specialist. You don't need to know
Right.
how to use 19 different types of guns. You could just go in there and pick one and just master that one to get comfortable to where you don't have that fear anymore.
Yeah.
And then also at home, make sure you put your gun in a safe place. Buy a safe that's locked, whether it has a thumbprint to unlock, a code, a key. Just make sure you put it away safely because kids get a hold of that shit and they're curious. And also, if you have kids, take away the curiosity. Take them with you to the shooting range. Have the instructor teach them how to use a firearm properly. Then they won't be curious. They won't play with it and point it at their face. Oh, look at this. Oh, Grand Theft Auto. No. I've done that with my kids. I've taken them shooting. Not me personally showing them, but I've paid an instructor show them so they could get familiar.
So you wasted money. Got it. Because you could definitely show them yourself. But yeah, no, but just leaning on to your point,
Fucking asshole.
I am an asshole. And I will never claim to be a guns expert. I'm actually far from it. I've been around it enough to know the do's and don'ts. And much to like what you were saying, just you don't have to master a bunch of different firearms, but just make sure that the ones you do have, you're proficient at them,
Definitely.
right? And make sure you're just consciously safe at what you're doing with them, where they're at. Make
Yeah.
sure that the people around you on a regular basis, they know what to do and not do with them.
Definitely.
I mean, I've seen tragic videos and they've
Yes.
been posted all on fucking Reddit and YouTube.
I have not seen. I don't watch stuff like that. That's
So
not
I've
me.
seen this video on Reddit where this young girl was with her cousin in a bathroom and they were playing around with a gun, filming a video, and she accidentally shot him. And in the shock of everything, she went to go and move the gun away and accidentally shot herself, both of them dead in the fucking bathroom. Kids playing with guns.
Curiosity. They've never seen one.
Not being
They
not being
came
taught.
across it and it was like, oh, look
No.
at this shit. Oh,
Why?
yeah.
Because what's the first time they come across these guns?
Mm.
Is when they see them in their fucking rap videos
Yep.
and shit
And
like
now
that.
they want to go
now they wanna
viral.
go-
So they're like, oh, let's put that shit on the gram too. Oh yeah,
Tragic.
wow.
It is tragic.
It is. And that's what I mean. Like, take the curiosity away. Because we know the human element when it comes to children. Just take a 3-year-old child, for example. You're at the store, grocery shopping, and he sees a toy. He wants the toy, right?
Right.
He's gonna throw a fucking fit because you're saying, I'm not buying this toy. I'm not here for the toy. I'm here for the groceries. He's gonna throw a fit. He wants the fucking toy, right? So you give in because he's fucking crying.
Tired of hearing that shit.
Right. You buy the toy. You buy the toy. You come home. A week later, you go to the grocery store again. Guess what? He wants another fucking toy that he sees. And he don't give a fuck about that toy you bought last week. Your curiosity's gone.
You're conditioning to fill his needs.
But I'm saying, like, they only play with shit that they never played with before.
Right.
So if they've never come across a gun, they've never used it, they don't know about it, that curiosity peaks and they play with it. And that tragedy happens. But they've gone to the range 10, 11, 12, 15 times. They've used it. Oh, it's just, oh, that's just a gun. I've been there. I've done that. I'm not worried about it. I'm into something else that I haven't done. So there's no curiosity. So you have to take that away by doing the right thing.
So to sum up everything, though,
Yeah.
we've been talking about, some of the main issues. First off, stop letting the politicians and governmental agencies speak on our behalf. We need to learn to take the shit back.
Yes. Get their email address, blow that shit up.
The ATF should not be a thing anymore. I'm sorry.
Fire them. They're fired.
There was once a point of time where that had some functionality. It just doesn't fit anymore.
What was that show Trump had where he was just firing everybody? You're fired.
Oh,
The Apprentice? Was it?
Yeah.
You're fired. Like, we need that.
Fired. And then just on top of doing that, let's start focusing more on the psychological and mental aspect of things.
Yes.
We need to start figuring out a way to tackle these issues from the mental aspect so that way that people don't lose their fucking shit and then go out and shoot people that are innocent and have no fucking business dealing with that kind of issue.
Yeah. Some people just,
It
sucks. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Like, people are just out and about minding their own business, and, you know, somebody else is having a bad day and decide, I'm going to shoot up the bodega or something. You know,
Right.
It's like, fuck, man.
And then just being conscious of the guns that you have and teaching the people around you the damage they could do and why not to touch them,
yes,
and being safe and smart with firearms.
definitely.
Once we complete those three things, then we can really start getting to the root of what could fix some of these gun issues that we have here in America without people completely losing their right to own a firearm.
And I've also, just to touch on something real quick, I feel like a lot of people, they look for happiness in the wrong things. Fuck social media. You're not going to find happiness in social media.
Depression.
Yeah. Like, get over that shit. That's just what it is. Social media is just there for some fake 5-second clips. Like, it's not real. So stop relying on that and looking for friendships and validation.
Correlate that into the gun stuff we're talking about.
Yeah. Like, find happiness within yourself. Because I feel like that's where a lot of depression comes from, is people being antisocial and looking for validation through everybody else and everything else.
Okay. I can see how that ties into what I was talking about with the gun.
Yeah. So just find
issues.
happiness with yourself, you know? I mean, it's just crazy, man. It's mind-boggling because it's a lot of young people out here taking their lives, and, you know, like middle schoolers and high schoolers who have so much more to live for. And it's like, what? Because you weren't popular? So what? Who gives a fuck? Fuck them. Most of these people in school are not even going to be your friends 5 years from now after you graduate.
So love yourself.
Yes.
Love us. Fuck the ATF. And as always, subscribe, share, and show that you care.